So the game I'm playing today is called Adrena-Line. This is a fast-paced, arcade-style game with a pretty simple premise: try and get to the button before the time runs out. There's a bit of a catch to this, however. As the game's title implies, the object that you are controlling can only move in a straight line. You can command it to move in 4 different directions. You can go up, down, left, or right, and you can use either the arrow keys or the WASD keys in order to get the job done. However, once you send off this little square over here in a specific direction, it will continue moving in that direction until it hits a wall. Only then will you be able to make it move in a different direction. So basically what you gotta do is that you have to keep bouncing this little square off of different walls and try to line it up with the button, so that way you can just send it off directly towards the button. The game is a lot harder than it looks, and the game is also endless as far as I know. Every level in this game is procedurally generated, which means no 2 playthroughs are alike. The game does not have an ending, which also means there's technically an infinite number of levels. The time limit does get a lot more strict as the game goes on. The time limit will begin speeding up, and it actually tells you how fast the time limit is depleting. It doesn't show you the actual amount of time you have left, necessarily, but there is this little black bar at the bottom of the screen that will begin to deplete much more quickly as the game progresses. So ideally, you want to be completing levels as fast as you can, so that way you'll have more time to actually complete the later levels. Wasting time is pretty much not an option in this game. And there's not really anything else to the game other than that. You're basically just trying to beat your high score. It's definitely reminiscent of a Sokoban puzzler, despite the fact that the game itself is not actually a Sokoban puzzler. But it does have that same sort of feel to it. This is definitely what I would consider an action puzzler. So this is another game that I found on itch.io. I managed to find it on the front page of the free game section on itch, because I think this game has been receiving a fair amount of attention, at least within the itch.io community. It only came out last week, if I'm not mistaken, and it was originally developed for the Ludum Dare 46 Game Jam. It was developed by Daniel Linson, who you may know better as Manigore. Indeed, this is another Manigore game that I am covering. I've actually covered a substantial amount of Daniel Linson's older games on my channel in the past, Breaker being the most recent one, but this is a brand new free game that he released not too long ago. Much like a lot of his older games, this was also made for a game jam, in this case Ludum Dare. I mean, I've covered so many of Manigore's games at this point that I'm genuinely considering creating a playlist featuring all of the games I covered from Manigore in particular, kinda like what I did with some of Kenta Cho's games. I was originally planning on featuring this game in the next double feature video, like for May's double feature specifically, but I decided that I wanted to try and do a separate standalone video on this game instead, because as I mentioned before, I've been trying to put out some much shorter videos recently. I've been trying to make an honest effort into doing that, but if the Sagrada video that I uploaded yesterday is any indication, I'm very much failing at doing that right now, it seems. But I've decided to change my plans for the next double feature video because I decided that I wanted to try and do another themed double feature, well, quote-unquote themed, for the month of May. And I figured that adding Adrena-Line into that double feature wasn't really going to work out all too well, given the theme that I'm trying to go for the next double feature. So, I decided that I'm just going to make a quick standalone video on this game instead. So, with that being said, we're going to get started here. So, as I mentioned before, only controls are the arrow keys, and the WASD keys work as well. So you'll notice here that I can only move along the walls. I actually cannot stop my character before he hits a wall, so basically he has to keep hugging all of these walls in order to even make movements. As I've stated before, he can only move in a straight line, so I make him go up, he continues moving up until he hits the wall, and then make him go down. Yeah, he only stops moving downwards until he hits the wall. And then left and right, it's the exact same story. So ideally what we want to do is that we want to line him up like this, so as you can see, he's perfectly aligned with the button, and then I just make him move to the right so that he hits the button and he begins the game. Again, kind of reminiscent of a Sokoban puzzler, but it's not really as complicated, I would say, because this game relies a lot more on speed than actual puzzle solving. This is definitely one of those games where you really need to think fast, though. You have to very quickly scan your surroundings, and then you have to use that information to try and align yourself with the button and press it so that you can move on to the next level. You'll get a better idea when I start playing the game, so with that being said, let's start playing the game then. So there is no music in this game at all, and yes, you are going to see some, like, incredibly fast movements right here. Actually, wait a second, I'm already getting confused. Oh god, what do I do about this? Oh god, this is a horrible level to start off with. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm already dead. Let's try that again. There we go, take two. Nothing happened. Nobody saw anything, okay? Nothing happened in the last 30 seconds. Absolutely nothing. Anyone who says they saw something happen is a liar. Yeah, so you cannot waste any time at all, because you'll notice that black bar at the bottom of the screen is slowly depleting. Oh my god, dude, I'm getting so confused right now. Okay, there we go. There we are. See, this is also, I was kind of worried as to how good I would be able to commentate this game, actually, because this is definitely a game where you need to pay attention to your surroundings. Like, this requires your full attention at all times, pretty much. But the levels are randomly generated, as I've stated before, so no two playthroughs are going to be the same every single time. Every time you begin a new game, you are going to get a different set of levels. Like, you're going to receive a different assortment of levels. Oh my god, dude. I'm already getting so confused right here. Yeah, and I guess in a way it is also kind of RNG dependent due to the fact that all the levels are random. I don't know for sure if the levels are truly randomized, though, because I could have sworn when I was playing this game off screen that I was actually seeing some of the exact same levels that I saw before. It's just that they were being presented in a different order. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe some of these levels may have actually been handcrafted by Manigore himself, and maybe they're just, you know, they're just random in the sense that they're not played in the same order every time you begin a new game. I don't know for sure. Maybe I could just be losing my mind and they are, like, truly randomized, but I don't know. I do not know for sure, but as you can see, this is a very fast-paced game. Again, you cannot afford to waste time in this game. You have to keep going. You'll notice this speed meter right over here that says 2.8 and 2.9, and it's slowly increasing as the game goes on. Yeah, so that's showing the speed of the timer, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said before, that little black bar at the bottom, that is the timer. It'll begin to deplete much more quickly the more time that you waste. So, ideally, you want to be completing these levels as fast as you possibly can. And am I actually gonna beat my, my personal best here? Oh my goodness. I actually did. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, I was actually doing that while also paying attention to the game as best as I possibly could, but yeah, as I stated before, this is just a game about speed. It's a game about speed. Okay, well, the dream's dead now. The dream's dead. That's what I get for hesitating. Yeah, that's another thing too. You really cannot hesitate in this game either, because that's gonna cause you to lose precious seconds as well. I don't know, I would say that was a pretty good performance overall, but as you can see, your best score is a 3-digit number, so I imagine that there's probably some people who have gotten way better scores than I have. Most likely, there's probably some people who are like 100 times more skilled at this game than I am. But yeah, this is definitely a game that requires like your full focus and full concentration. Oh god, okay, wait. I think I have to go around the other way. There we go. Yeah, requires a lot of quick thinking. I'm surprised I'm even able to like commentate this at all. Yeah, I'm not able to speak correctly, but I'm kind of able to, you know, commentate this kind of well to some degree, but I'm also, you know, kind of trying to think about the path that I'm willing to take as well. You'll also notice that your character does leave a trail behind whenever he's moving around, so it can show you the exact path that you took through some of the levels. And admittedly, some of these levels are definitely easy to figure out, but some of them are just, like, really confusing because they're so expansive. Oh god, okay, there we go. I almost ran out of time there. But yeah, some of these levels are easier than others, mainly due to the fact that some of them are also a lot tinier than others. Like, there's not a lot of space to move around in, so there's a lot less, you know, a lot less risk of screwing up, I guess you could say. And again, as I mentioned before, I kind of have a feeling that some of these levels are, like, handcrafted by Manigore himself, and some of them are just, you know, just not presented in the same order, but I feel like maybe eventually they begin to repeat themselves. I don't really know. I'm not entirely sure how this game was designed necessarily, but we're not gonna try to think about it too much though. We're just gonna try to enjoy ourselves here with the time that we have. Oh god, what am I doing right now? Where do I go? Did I trap myself? I think I trapped myself actually. All right, let's try this just a few more times here. Yeah, so this is definitely not going to be a game that I'm going to be spending too much time with today, because this is more or less the entire game right here. So, you know, you're just trying to go as fast as possible. I think I need to go this way. Yeah, there we go. Do gotta use these empty spaces to my advantage right here. There we go. Gotta bounce off all the walls. Yeah, because some of the solutions to some of these levels are not as straightforward as they may seem at first. But there we go. The timer does reset every time you beat a level, though. So don't worry about that. The timer's not, like, constantly decreasing, or depleting, or whatever. I mean, that means the same thing, right? Decreasing, depleting. Those are synonyms, right? I know how to English, I swear. I don't think that's what I want to do. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Because I think if I went into that little corner down below, I would have gotten trapped for absolute sure. There we are. Okay. Gotta try not to waste time here. I think I want to go in here, then go back out. Yes, indeed. Very nice. Okay, that actually works. I don't even need to use, like, the top part at all whatsoever. I mean, there are some spaces that I can just completely ignore here because they're not useful to me in the slightest. They're more detrimental to me, if anything. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. I was supposed to go up. For some reason, I went back down. Okay, let's try this again here. I'm gonna go up here, which is a bad idea because that does not appear to lead me anywhere. Okay, there. Go the other way around. Do a little loop. Very nice. Just get into this crevice. See, this is what I mean. Like, see? Some of these solutions are straightforward. Oh god, this one is not as straightforward. But others are just like, I can't think about it within like 10 seconds. I need more time to scan the environment. I think I want to go like this, perhaps. No, that's just going to take me back to where I was before. Oh god, what am I doing right now? Oh, whoa, hello, am I teleporting? What in the world? Okay, that was strange. I have no idea what that was. I could have sworn my little square dude right here teleported for a minute. I mean, actually, oh yeah, you can basically make him teleport if you just mash all the buttons at once. Okay. Is it a bug or a feature? I don't really know, but it could potentially be useful in, like, maybe, like, some sort of speed run. I don't know, let's just call it a speed running tactic for now, but I'm not going to try and abuse that, though, because that's not the way the game is meant to be played. I also feel like mashing buttons wouldn't be particularly useful to me anyway in a game like this. No, speed is more useful than mashing buttons here, definitely. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is like trying to do mental math almost. Oh my god, where to go? Not up there. Oh, no, I should have gone up higher, actually. I should have gone up higher and then turned left and then went down. That would have aligned me with the button perfectly, actually, now that I think about it. I might have to go probably up this way. No? Oh, wait, no, that did work. That did work. I managed to push through. I managed to push on through. I don't think the levels themselves get more difficult necessarily as the game goes on. The timer, on the other hand, does. Yeah, it's the timer that gets more difficult as the game progresses and not the actual levels, because I think the levels pretty much retain the exact same difficulty throughout the course of gameplay, but the timer just gets faster and faster. That's the catch here. You gotta try and outrun the timer. That's what you're attempting to do. Not this way. Not that way. Oh god, which way then? I don't know. I was probably supposed to go down. Damn it. Okay. Let's try and think about this. Let's try and just... Oh god, no. Okay, here we go. There we are. See, and also another problem is that I generally tend to think way too hard about what exactly it is I'm doing in games like this. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a little bit better. I just made a full loop around that square. Where to go? Not that way. Wait, I probably was supposed to go down again. Oh my god. Okay, can you give me some easier puzzles here? Because I think I'm just, like, beginning to suffer from streamer brain, and I'm not even streaming right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's not better. Oh god, I think we have to go the other way. There, that's a lot better. That right there is much better. Okay, let's do something like that. Nice. And see if maybe we can beat our previous best again, perhaps. Oh no, my brain. My brain. Okay, here we go. I had to go even further to the left. Gotta get in that tight little space right there. Okay, I think this is... Okay, this is not one of those instances where I trap myself. I thought I might have. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if it is actually possible to trap yourself in any of these levels. I'm pretty sure these might have been designed in a way so that it's not possible to trap yourself. You can still get out of, like, a sticky situation if you know how to get yourself out of it. I think this would be good, though. Yes? Like this right... No. Hang on. I gotta try and get in that little corner right here. Or go to the right. Sure, that works too. Okay, that works perfectly. What if I go the other way around? Okay, nice. Gotta perform a few loops here. See, that one's very easy. That one's very simple, because it's basically telling you to just go down. Go down to the bottommost part of the level, and that's basically it. You won. You win! Okay, let's try this. Okay, very nice. See, it's giving me, like, really, really easy patterns now. Giving me, like, really, really easy layouts all of a sudden. It's being, quite generous right now, and I don't really trust it all that much. Oh, God. I swear this was a level that we have completed before, and somehow I managed to beat it again. Okay, well, I don't know how I could have solved that one. I was paying attention to way too many things on the screen to even, like remotely be able to understand anything that was happening. Here we go, this works. I'm just gonna do a couple more attempts of this, and then I think I'm actually just going to end the video, because there's no use in making, like, an hour-long video of a game of this kind. No, there's absolutely no point. So let's just do a couple more rounds here. I'm gonna see if I can try and get my personal best. I'm not gonna stop until I get at least 25. Because when I get 25, that means I'll have beaten my personal best. I'm gonna try and solve these as quick as I possibly can, so that way I'll have all the time in the world to actually beat the later levels in case they do end up getting more difficult somehow. Not like this, I don't think. Please, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. There we go. Coming in with that clutch save. That clutch save right there. Only like 1 millisecond to spare. Nice indeed. Okay, there we go. Well, if it gives me easy patterns like this, then it'll be okay. It'll be fine. I think I have to do another loop. Oh, okay. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I just went straight to the exit. Okay. I swear to God this was a level I beat already. It looks so familiar to me. I don't know. Something about this seems really suspicious. There we go. Like that. Just trying to get to 25 here. If I get to 25, then I'll be happy with my life. Hopefully. I'm not gonna get to 25, am I? Oh, God. Okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, this actually... Oh, well, I made it to 25. Okay. Fine. New goal. Can we make it to 30? Let's see if we can make it to 30. Okay, hang on. In here... okay, these are actually some surprisingly easy patterns that I'm getting all of a sudden. I'm very weirded out by this. Okay, we made it to 30. Okay, really don't feel like I'm having to fight for this. Okay, well, we're done anyway. But then again, I guess that is kind of the nature of, you know, random generation. Sometimes it'll give you an easy level, and other times it might give you a harder level, because, I mean, there doesn't seem to be, like, any consistency in the difficulty of the level layouts themselves. Just, you know, the timer gets faster. That's the difficulty right there. The timer controls the difficulty. Try and complete these levels even faster than before, basically. I guess you could also gauge how long you were able to survive for by looking at the speed of the timer, so I got a speed of 5.5, so I think I was able to survive for at least 2 minutes just looking at the speed of the timer there, because I think the rate at which the speed of the timer increases is consistent. I think the speed increases at a consistent rate, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah. I don't think there's really anything more for me to talk about regarding this game, so, like I said, I was originally going to feature this in the next double feature due to the fact that it was such a tiny little game that, you know, didn't really have that much content, I guess you could say. But since I've now changed my plans for the next double feature, I just decided, you know what, I'll just do a separate video on this. I still really wanted to play it anyway, because I still think it's a very fun game. It's one of these perfect, just one more round kinds of games, kind of like what Hold Down was. I like this game because it's really a test of your speed and your endurance. You're controlling a character that can only hug walls, basically. That's the only way it can even move around, but you have to use the positions of all the walls to your advantage in order to line it up with the button, so that you can just push it straight towards the button. And again, like I said, it can only move in a straight line as well. It can't just stop, like, I don't even know what the word would be. I was gonna say mid-flight, but it's not flying anywhere. As far as I know, it's remaining on the ground and just moving along the ground. I mean, that would also explain why it leaves, like, a trail of residue behind wherever it moves. But this was really fun, though. I really like these little score attack kinds of games. You know, the ones that encourage you to try and beat all the levels as fast as you can. It just really keeps you on your toes. It's basically an action Sokoban puzzle game. Does that even make any sense? I don't think it does. I'm just gonna stop talking now. Yeah, so I got a score of 30. I'm at least okay with that, you know. I did say that I wanted to at least try and get a score of 30 before I ended the video. I mean, I said I wanted to get 25 first, because I wanted to beat my personal best, and then I thought, okay, well, that was a little bit easy, let's make it 30, and then within like 15 seconds I was already at level 30, so whatever, I'm content with that score for now. There's probably some people out there who have gotten, like, way better scores than I have, but I imagine the game probably becomes impossible at some point, considering the timer just continues to speed up gradually. I imagine there's a point, like, if you continue playing the game for prolonged periods of time, I would imagine that it would eventually get to a point where the game is literally impossible to beat, due to the fact that the timer just depletes way too quickly for you to beat the level. Especially since it seems like the game doesn't have an ending. I imagine this game is infinite, like it never ends. Unless there is some sort of hidden ending that I just don't know about, but that's all I gotta say about this game. It's basically another really good time waster, just a distraction, and I mean, in this current climate, I think a distraction is what we all need right now. Also, I'm really starting to realize just how difficult it is to not make, like, even the most subtle reference to the COVID-19 pandemic. God, this whole situation is actually driving me crazy, guys. But don't worry about me, though. I'm hanging in there, or at least I'm trying to, but at least we've got video games to distract us from all these dark topics, so I would say that's a plus in my book. Video games have more power than most people think. Anyway, if you want to download Adrena-Line and play it for yourself, the link is in the description. It's only available on itch.io. I highly doubt it will ever come to any other platforms. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!